Excellent throw. I would say this is more exciting than Registeel coming out today. Well, today's the day. Regice is melting away, and it's being replaced by Registeel. I'll be honest, I'm not that excited. I haven't been excited for the Regis at all, really, because they are defensive legendary Pokemon, and as of right now, we cannot place them in gyms. Defensive Pokemon cannot serve their purpose as defenders in Pokemon GO. So unfortunately, it's another month of a raid boss that, well, really doesn't have a place in Pokemon GO. Out of the three Regis, Registeel has the lowest max CP of the bunch. And at level 20, as a raid boss, a perfect IV Registeel is going to have 1292 CP. A legendary Pokemon at level 20. 1292. It's an unfortunate product of the way that base stats were converted from the main series to Pokemon GO. The Regis should all have the same base stat total. They do in the main series, but as they got converted, as their stats were switched over to the CP system, Registeel really drew the shortest straw. If it happens to be snowing where you are, 1615, 1615 puts it, a level 25. Weather boosted Registeel with perfect IVs still has lower CP than a non-boosted Regice. As a steel type, it's weak to ground, fire, and fighting, and your choices for counters should be pretty obvious. There is an undisputed best fighting type Pokemon, Machamp, with counter
Dynamic Punch.
There are two fire-type legendary Pokemon that are great attackers, Moltres and Entei, and one ground-type legendary, Groudon. There's your best choices right there. Registeel's move pool is really not great. Metal Claw and Rock Smash as quick moves, Flash Cannon, Focus Blast, Hyper Beam as charge moves, meaning none of its movesets are super effective against any of its best counters. So you're pretty much never going to struggle against it. Basically, it's going to come down to weather. If it's sunny, use your fire types, use your ground types. If it's cloudy, use Machamp. In all other weather, use your fire types. In neutral weather, Pokebattler lists these as the fastest counters to Registeel. These are the Pokemon who are going to deal the most damage per second and get you through the raid the quickest. Number 1, Moltres, Fire Spin Overheat. Number 2, Machamp, Counter Dynamic Punch. Number 3, Breloom, Counter Dynamic Punch. There's a fun one to use. Entei, Fire Spin Overheat. Flareon, Fire Spin Overheat. Blaziken, Counter Overheat. Charizard, Fire Spin Blast Burn, Community Day. Hariyama, Counter Dynamic Punch. Heracross, Counter Close Combat. And you can see Groudon is actually number 12 with Mudshot Earthquake. So if you have other things, use them. In sunny weather, Groudon's going to get a bit of a boost, but the fire types, Machamp, they're useful. Now, I will say, if you don't have fire types powered up, because personally I don't, you don't need to power them up. Use your Machamps. I'm sure by now everyone has a decent Machamp or two, because the next raid boss after Registeel will most likely be Regirock. Fighting will be super effective against Regirock. Ground will be super effective against Regirock. Fire will fail against Regirock. So if you're investing Stardust now, I would say invest in Machamp. It's always useful. Groudon, useful for the next legendary raid. But powering up fire types right now, especially with Moltres Day most likely coming after the Safari Zone event in Yokosuka, Japan, well, don't invest Stardust in Moltres right now, because it's probably going to get a special move. We just saw Zapdos get Thundershock. Well, we'll get Thundershock this weekend. So investing in Moltres now seems a bit risky. Plus, at this point, I feel like the legendary beasts are overdue to return with their shiny variants. So investing in Entei, also not something I would personally do at the moment. So there it is. There's pretty much everything you need to know about this super exciting new legendary raid boss, Registeel. And they should be popping anytime now. So breakfast, afternoon breakfast first, and then a Registeel raid.
What? What's going on?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I feel like I barely got to hang out with you in Chicago.
Yeah. It's okay though. We were all busy catching
It was very
Pokemon
busy,
and stuff,
very busy
you know what I'm
weekend. What are you watching?
saying? Some stuff, how to use my camera.
How to use your new camera.
Yeah, I gotta learn.
You're going in. Special this new fancy new fountain's got water all over my lens. Special trade. Torkoal, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run out of these quick too. I only caught 5 the entire weekend.
Well, you're kind of busy.
Just goes to show exactly how much I had going on. All right,
Next,
special trade for the day.
20K. Wow. It's worth it though.
Steep. Nah.
Torkoal. I love
Yeah.
turtles.
I like turtles.
Nice.
Thanks so much, Nick.
Of course, man. Oh my God, it's happening. Am I gonna miss it? I wanna see the egg. Go. Oh, no. There it is. Registeel for the first time in Pokemon Go. I think this is the last time you're gonna see this many people at a Registeel raid out here in Long Beach. All right, back in Long Beach, raiding with the Long Beach Raiders, who were at Pokemon Go Fest, and I barely saw a few of them in passing. You know, I set up a whole team for this when it was cloudy weather, and then it hit 2 o'clock, and now it's partly cloudy, so none of my counters are boosted. So here's just a general team. Orange is New Black is coming, in case anyone's wondering. No weather boost, but I get the friendship boost, plus 5% damage since we're all great friends. You know, I'm just gonna go with this team. This kind of ragtag bunch of Registeel counters. Lots of fighting types, a little bit of fire, a little bit of ground. Again, it's partly cloudy weather, so not really getting any boosts, but how often do I get to use Heracross? And this is a new Heracross that I got in a trade at Pokemon Go Fest. This is it, first ever Registeel, and probably the only one that I really feel like I need to participate in. Again, 1292. Perfect IVs as a level 20 legendary Pokemon. A defensive Pokemon. It's just kind of in a tough spot. Stuck between a rock and a Regirock and a hard play. Never mind. It's just disappointing, and I think it's about time that Niantic let us put at least one legendary Pokemon in a gym, because there are so many defensive legendaries now that just don't really ever get used. Suicune, really, really cool Pokemon. Not much to do with it in Pokemon Go. The Regis. I mean, some people like them. They're not my favorite legendaries, but they don't really have a place in the game, unfortunately. So, just one legendary Pokemon per gym. It would give us something to do with so many of these Pokemon that aren't being used right now. And it's not at all game breaking. There is no legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Go right now that is more difficult to beat than a Blissey. So it's not like you're really even upping the level of difficulty on gyms by allowing one legendary Pokemon. Blissey is the be-all, end-all of gym defenders. And letting us put one legendary in the gym is not gonna make things that much more difficult. So there's my case for legendary Pokemon. I'm not the only one making it. Hopefully soon. At least one legendary per gym, even if there was a restriction. Oh, whose Wi-Fi did I just connect to? I just connected to a Wi-Fi network, and well, there it goes. Registeel down in Pokemon Go. 1236. It's not great, but that's okay. Friendship increased, Hyper Potion, Stardust. My default one rare candy, thanks to that candy bonus. But how many balls? 13 attempts to catch Registeel. Where's the circle? Let's see it. Yep. Right there. AR? One AR? One AR. Cool, that's a new glitch. I'm gonna restart the encounter. Nope, I'm gonna restart my game entirely. Oh look, there's the in-game announcement. We don't need to read that. We need to get back in here before I lose my chance to catch it. Thank you. Can I try to take this AR picture again? Alright, I'm done with that, and I just got shown something very interesting. Let me get this catch over with. This is a 2% base catch rate. Pretty much the same as we've seen on a lot of other legendaries. These excellent throws, curveball, golden raspberry, golden metal. Brings it up to like 16% per throw. So, there it is. Registeel in the Pokedex. And, well, it's really strong. But that's okay, because I'm not doing anything with it. Now, what did I get shown just now? Where is it? It's... Look at this. What is this? Alolan Exeggutor raid? I am going to need to do some research real quick, because there are 2 other Alolan Pokemon that we haven't seen yet that should be coming to raid battles.
Yeah, I'll take it.
2 videos?
Hey, what's up?
2 videos. You see that? Probably not. Let's go find them. Look what I found. The best one. Alolan Marowak, level 4 raid, should be duoable, as pretty much every level 4 is.
Hey.
Thanks for waiting.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
No, they just did it, but this should be easy enough. It's Ghost, it's Fire, so Dark types, Rock types, Tyranitar. Community Day, Tyranitar especially. Alright, here we go.
Oh my god.
The best Alolan form, in my opinion. Smackdown Stone Edge also weather boosted. So that's, oh my god.
Damn,
these
it's
animations.
attacking.
Yes. Yes. Easy. Not the most scenic corner in Long Beach, but there will be more opportunities, I think. Excellent throw. I would say this is more exciting than Registeel coming out today. Alolan Marowak, Alolan Raichu.
So many.
Yeah. More fun than HP, really strong. Okay, look at that. Way better than Registeel. Speaking of which, not going over there for that. And unfortunately, I couldn't find an Alolan Raichu. Figured I'd just come back and edit, get this uploaded, and we can go look for some new raid bosses tomorrow. Because there are quite a few new raid bosses in Pokemon GO. Here's a nice little infographic from the Silph Road. As level 1 bosses, Charmander's back, Magikarp, Ammonite, we now have Makuhita and Meditite, and Wailmer. I will personally be looking for Makuhita and Meditite because I never got a shiny of either of those. In Tier 2, Magmar's back, which evolves in Gen 4. Sudowoodo, Kirlia is a raid boss, also gets a new evolution in Gen 4. Mawile, and Alolan Exeggutor. As Tier 3 bosses, Machamp, Onix, Porygon's back, new evolution in Gen 4, Flareon, Donphan, and Alolan Raichu. And as Tier 4 raid bosses, Golem, Rhydon, Houndoom, Tyranitar, Absol, and Alolan Marowak. And again, a lot of these raid bosses will make decent counters to Registeel if you don't have them. A lot of fire types in here, some ground types, and quite a few Pokemon that get new evolutions in 4th generation. So if that's not a hint, along with seeing the 4th gen starters in a recent poster, well then, yeah, it's gotta be coming soon. It's gotta be coming soon. Make sure you get a good Porygon, make sure you get a good Magmar. Personally, I will be looking for that Magmar, or a shiny Magby if someone wants to trade. And you know what, look for a male Kirlia. If you get a male Kirlia as a raid boss, save that for Gen 4, because it's gonna evolve to Gallade as a male once those Gen 4 Pokemon are released. So, new raid bosses. Aside from Tier 4, everything Tier 3 and below should be soloable, should be a lot of fun. Everything in Tier 4 should be duoable. So, lots of new challenges for you there. Marowak, I need to find another one because I need a good AR picture. And Alolan Raichu, I'm coming for you tomorrow. See you then.